トまでまだ時間もあるし、練習せな、練習。うちの趣味は占いなんよ。占ってあげようか。エリチはたまに無理するんよ。だからちゃんと支えんとね。
To the 1-3-1 phase, we've already established that everyone can kill Smeb on the gangplank, which shouldn't be too surprising, but they're playing around it with the 4 really smartly and just getting the kills and getting the pressure around the map and stopping Rocks from getting safe farm and scale.
Yeah. Ray trying to push this lane up as much as he can. Peanut will be able to take out the ward in the river brush there.
Main problem. For KT here is they're not going to win the mid lane push in a split, so they have to be cautious. Oh, yeah, he's threatening there, but magical journey available. Call.
Stealing away blue from Talia is pretty significant if they can get it, but they're collapsing on Sunday.
That's right, Sunday slowed down by that barrel.
Oh, Sunday 中计了。
You know, Sunday does not have any summoners right now. He does have his ult, and he can just run away too, I suppose.
Nobody was there to really help Smeb in that engagement, and Sunday not going to use that chrono break back in, but now they've abandoned the bottom side of the map, so Fly may get one for free.
Yeah, Smeb going aggressive there forced Talia to at least walk towards being in range of the Weaver's wall, and that gets KT the free objective. They've been trading up 2 or 3 skirmishes in a row, but the scaling of Rocks still may come up trumps, and the gold lead is non-existent for KT Rocks.
Very tense game right now. Peanut's just going to take his own blue buff.
Yeah, Talia too far away.
Yeah, they don't want to give that one over to KT.
So this is the point where KT really want to fight. Look at the item disparity between Arrow, who now has 2 big AD items with the Duskblade finished and no armor whatsoever on Rocks. If they can find a fight where Arrow can just lead with the curtain call, they fight 4v5 but with the curtain call in the back, and then Arrow can clean up, KT are right now power spikes ready to fight.
No reason to fight though. Drake's still a little bit away, but they're going to try for the pick.
Weaver's wall going on a Fly, he gets knocked back and
Nice
destroyed. A lot of damage. Voice of Light pushes Peanut back, but it's not going to be enough to save it. Nice pick there.
And Peanut got to save his ult too, so he can always come back and threaten a flank here around the turret.
That is big. Looks like they're going to turn their attention to the mid lane turret now. It's so low. Maybe they can get it by threatening a dive here. Got the numbers advantage. Meanwhile, Someday is pushing the top lane. There's a curtain call used. Yeah, they're just going to push back the Rock Tigers as much as they can. That minion wave cleared very quickly. Someday going to get the tier 2 up in top lane. So
Doesn't have a teleport though.
That's right. So they can keep pushing here this mid lane.
So they're going to have to send somebody back to deal with Someday. Will be Kuro.
Probably. Temper Fate used on those minions. Turret aggro does go to the Rock Tigers because of that. Someday pushing right into the inhibitor turret.
Got about 1.5 turrets there. Trade for 1 to KT in addition to the kill. The they picked up onto Fly.
And that's exactly the sort of situation they want to engineer in 10 minutes when the scaling is gone. But I feel like they can still be fighting here. So even though it feels like they're trading up, it's just the win condition of 5v5 goes completely out the window in 10 minutes. So I'd like to see KT look for a fight while they still can.
Peanut still working on that Cinder Hulk. He's going to be in a bit of a rough way, but once he gets a couple of armor items, he's going to just jump on Score, red smite him, and there'll be nothing Score can do to stop that backline threat. No way really for Arrow to get off an effective ultimate with the cannon barrage and the onslaught of shadows.
So if you're
squarely on him.
So if you're the Rocks Tigers, you just kind of pull back, try to play it safe, play very defensive until you get that late game strength.
Well, if they're overextended like we saw earlier with Fly, you can certainly make the picks.
Sure,
but yes.
take advantage if they come to you, but overall, play more defensively for a while now.
Yeah.
Funnel gold onto your gangplank, because that 2 items working towards a more Mount Mortius as a 3rd item. I mean, you just reach a point in this game where, you know, we had a Taric comp already, a late game Taric comp, but there was no Sivir. When you have Sivir as well, the Taric positioning is so much easier, and Taric ult negates damage for 2.5 seconds, which, when you have as much damage as Rox has, really should help them for fights. So
you're
getting closer and closer to some inevitable power fighting from Rox. So just get the gold while you can.
And there's no kiting for those 2.5 seconds either because of the Talia, the Hecarim, and the GP combo. Like, they will box you in one way or another.
Rocks Tigers bullying their way into the top river, just taking the more vision control over the Baron. Zero, meanwhile, forcing Fly away. He's got Gorilla to help him out.
The thing for Rox is that they can rotate so fast that although KT are trying 1-3-1, they're just going to move multiple people there, whether it's the Weaver's Wall, the ult, or just walking.
Yeah.
Rox are getting the bonus objectives, and Echo pushing farm into Smeb with no defensive vision doesn't actually do anything for KT.
Yeah, the Sivir wave clear also makes sure that they have more opportunities to rotate into the side lanes. Because they're going to get the pressure more often.
Oh, KT, someday coming from the bottom, was looking for a flank there, but Rocks Tigers weren't having any of that. Now Mountain Drake is up, or I'm sorry, no, it is Mountain Drake. Mountain Drake is up, 3rd one now. Rocks Tigers pushing up the mid lane to take some pressure off of it. KT jumping, ooh, Prey is in an awkward spot right now. There's a curtain call, Arrow going for it. Gorilla uses that Taric ultimate, or I'm sorry, nope, just a shield. Just a shield.
Yeah, Arrow drops the curtain call though, so there's one less way for them to poke Rocks Tigers down. Nice zones coming in for the boulders.
Yep, Arrow used the Weaver's Wall early on there, 2 Tempered Fate thrown in. That Mountain Drake does go over to Rocks Tigers, and that is big to have both of those. Baron could go down so fast. Rocks Tigers pushing KT out of their side of the map right now.
And even though it's a Sivir comp, they have double Trinity Force, double Mountain Drake, and a Sivir with Infinity Edge and the Essence Reaver. So any free time with turrets or Baron, and they both explode.
Yeah. And it's an Infernal Drake next. Man, what a series of Drakes for our final game. 3 Mountain Drakes and then an Infernal. Jeez, talk about power.
It's really looking grim for KT already, but if Rocks also managed to get the Infernal Drake and add more damage to the late game GP barrels, KT, they're going to need a bit of a miracle here at this point. We're almost about to cross that threshold in 30 minutes, and the Rocks Tigers are just going to get tankier and tankier. Peanut's starting to get that armor now.
And for a player like Score, you know, that's been in this league since the very beginning, he's come so close now, multiple times to winning a championship, but he's never been able to do it. It's got to be a heartbreaker if he can't finish this one off in favor of KT.
It's not even a guarantee to go to Worlds either.
No.
They lose this final, they will be at the top of the gauntlet. SK Telecom will be advancing on circuit points as the 2nd seed.
the circuit, yeah, the gauntlet itself will be Jinner
哎
versus
试
the
图
Freaker.
再
Winner
看一
plays
下
Samsung,
LCK 啊
and if it is KT Rolster, winner will play KT Rolster in a best of 5 for that world spot.
Right. Same 3 teams as.
OK 好，有客人进来了，那我立马来打一把。不要让客人等，不要让客人等。
うちはまだまだいけるよ。
有个打来打去还是打不过，而且没有，已经没有那个好友可以用友情值了。哦，好想要这个Nico。
いつも通りにやれば大丈夫。
大丈夫。
あなたに届け。一級入魂。みんなファイト。一級入魂。一級入魂。一級入魂。決めか一級入魂。助立ちします。あなたに届け。みんなファイト。絶好調ですね。一級入魂。絶好調ですね。みんなファイト。やりました。一級入魂。助立ちします。一級入魂。あなたに届け。あなたに届け。絶好調ですね。絶好調ですね。やりました。助立ちします。
あ
みんなファイト。一級入魂。絶好調ですね。助立ちします。やりました。みんなファイト。絶好調ですね。
哇，2个失误啊！就那个第一个失误太大，我一个心情大乱，就第二个失误也跟着产生。哇，what the fuck double？
素敵ですよ。
我求了。
決めかを厳しく追求。ありったけの情熱を捧げて。たどり着いたラブリー。
Yeah, that's the big play here. Just get the inhibitor. You still have a late game advantage. Peanut, he's really trying. He doesn't look like he wants to win this game, but Smeb, he is saying, no, we are going to win no matter what.
Guys, it's game
Check
5
this.
when you can have both. This right
2 HP!
Oh my
2
God.
HP on that Baron, the cannon barrage.
Holy crap.
Unreal. That was not
Insane.
even a bad smite by Score
Insane.
at all.
2 hit points, 2 hit points
How
and then the 1
close
fight.
has Score come to winning a title, and then 2 hit points is the difference between actually registering the Baron that could win them the game.
What a nightmare.
That was not like a bad smite at all. I mean, that was so close to a perfect smite by Score there. And it's just 2 HP. And the Cannon Barrage takes it. Absolutely unbelievable.
Rocks Tigers now with about a 5,000 gold lead. They are firmly in control of this game with the Baron. And just to talk again a little bit more about Smeb, I mean, this is a guy who, Monty, you and I called the worst player in the tournament back when he came out. He was a terrible top laner on Incredible Miracle. We gave the Long Panda Award, if you guys remember what that is. But man, I have never seen a player go from that level to this level. Smeb is a LoL god now.
Well, there's no question, Don. There is no other player in the history of this game that has gone from maybe worst top laner in his position in Korea to potentially the best player in the entire world.
Rocks Tigers pushing up this top lane now with that Baron buff that Smeb stole away. KT trying to hold on. Score gets chunked out big time by that GP barrel.
I mean, KT earned the Baron that would have actually staved off the 5v5 disadvantage they have, but Rock's picking it up. God, it blows open this game in so many different ways, you know.
And now Rocks Tigers have the Infernal Drake too. They're moving in.
They worked so hard for this guy.
They did, still with a chance, going after the turret. Score chunked out yet again.
Where can they go?
Now GPL drop, they're going in. Big ult from Peanut, they're gonna dive. There's the Taric ultimate, keeping everybody safe. The top inhibitor goes down. Arrow using the Jin ultimate to try to force the Rocks Tigers away, but they'll be content to just take perhaps another objective. Oh no, they want it all. This band of misfits, this band of rejects, KT fighting for their lives though. They're gonna try to turn this. Maybe I spoke too soon. Jin with a kill early on. Arrow keeping KT in it. What a tense game. Sunday going after Gorilla. Can he get him? They can.
Sunday 3个，还没有，上队。
And the run. Deadly first block by the spell
记
shield.
住了吗？
Peanut caught with the W though, and Sunday
刚才没到。
continues to fight, becoming a top lane hero for KT now. Backing to the Raptor pit. Oh, Peanut! Raptors helping out there. And KT has to turn back around.
Simmerode again.
That's right. They're trying to rush it. KT backing. Arrow chucked out again by Smeb Barrel. Oh boy,
Where are they going?
Kindred ultimate. KT, everybody's so low. This game is not quite over yet.
It's been a wild finish, though. Kuro dying there. Rocks can't quite push it forward. They don't have a TP, even though they do have the Weaver's Wall to get across the map. We're going to see a bit of a reset right here.
A grand final with 2 stories that are both so sweet. Maybe the Rocks one, by a hair, is the more compelling, coming from nothing. The story around Worlds last year.
I don't know,
But
man.
KT's comeback and Score in particular, the man who has never won despite being a top player in at least 2 positions. And of course being around since the start. And 40 minutes into game 5, but we still don't know who will take it down.
Man. Well, Gorilla playing it a bit risky, maybe being that far up by himself. Has a little bit of vision though. Smeb pushing the bot lane yet again.
现在 Smeb 伤害好高啊，
Rocks
这个。
Tigers trying to carry this 5,000-6,000 gold lead or so.
春哥
Smeb
人
working on
马
that 6th item now, going for a force for the GA.
Yep. All right. Why not push the other turrets? You gotta hand it to Rocks Tigers. They're playing this
哇，
out
感觉那
methodically.
个 Score 那
They're not
个大龙
overdoing
没
it.
中掉太
Well,
亏
they
了。
were overdoing it there for a little bit.
They're not right now.
They've calmed
那
down.
个
They have calmed
那
down.
个要获胜了。
I refuse to calm down.
2 inhibitors down. This is the last inhibitor turret up.
All right, KT, this is it. It's do or die time. Boys of Light used early. Gorilla caught by the tempered bait. Rocks Tigers backing away, kiting backwards methodically. GP ult dropped to zone out KT. Peanut working on that mid inhibitor now.
Turret gold wasted. It's down now.
Yeah, that's right. That's dangerous to the Rocks Tigers. They might have to back off again.
KT's down 3
That's
ultimate,
right.
so Weaver's Wall just to zone him off.
Yep, that's right. They get the inhibitor turret. Now they're going towards the inhibitor. ET turning it. They don't really have a lot to fight this with.
高一个失误了，
Score,
我
ooh,
感觉失误了。
risky. Getting very close to getting picked by Kuro there. Why coming in?
Johnny!
They caught it, Johnny! They caught it, Johnny! They got him! There goes the inhibitor now, and this may be it. Rocks Tigers moving in. It's a 5v4. They're going to get the final inhibitor, and now this group of players that had either retired or been rejected by other teams comes in. No big sponsor, no big team house. It's not necessary because they are going to win LCK Summer, and they are going to get a spot in Worlds again. There it is. Rocks Tigers take it. GG. It's about time.
And that is it. Third time is the charm in Korea for the Tigers. They finally overcome their curse. First place is theirs. Congratulations.
The feel-good story doesn't always have the ending, but it gets it tonight. The Rocks Tigers win the big one. They go to Worlds. Vindication for 2 years of suffering, and the cheers, they're not going to end anytime soon. The crowd's on their feet.
I can't believe it, and I couldn't be more proud of these guys. I mean, again, to say that you need the infrastructure to win tournaments, to say that you need the big money and the fancy team house to get to Worlds, to make a difference, man. Look at these guys. They practice hard. They're dedicated. It took them 2 years, but they are champions. What a story.
So many of these guys, too, have been playing for much longer than 2 years.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
much longer.
Prey had retired. Smeb was, again, rejected. Kuro not doing great himself when this tournament started. Gorilla as well.
I mean, even
Gorilla
think of
lost the
Najin.
finals on Najin White Shield.
And even think of Peanut, the guy who we knew had potential, but didn't even play for Najin in the summer split. Played a couple of games.
I can't believe it. This is their moment, and I gotta say that's it for us, guys. We gotta throw it over the translator. Before we do, on behalf of myself, Papa Smithy, Monte Cristo, Achilles, of course, the OGN staff, thank you so much for watching, guys. We hope you'll stick with us for League of Legends and other esports here on OGN in the future. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. Enjoy the ending of the finals, guys. Thanks a lot.
这样没什么人哎，感觉很少这个。
네, 정말 이렇게 제가 인터뷰를 하게 될 줄은